Hi guys, welcome to this special Shopware United breakfast event. It's special because under normal circumstances in the past, we've just had a sort of breakout. We've had a discussion and around about whatever anyone thinks about. But today we really want to talk about um, and get your feedback and your advice and and shape this new community directory project that we're working on. But anyway, I just normally, as we do always, for some of you, it may be the first time you've come to one of these Shopware United events. And if that is the case, we'd like to just make sure you know what Shopware United is. We are an organization that exists to represent the interests of the shopware community at large. Nothing to do with Shopware itself, the company, but the Shopware community. So it's all about bringing the community together, fostering collaboration between community members, doing all the things that make open source great, like thought leadership and innovation. What we want to know is if you have a problem or something you want to promote or something we can help you with. That's what we're here for, and that's what we want to do. If you have your own little community and you want help in engaging with people in your area, then please tell us how we can help you, because that's what we want to do. We think that by doing that, that's to the benefit of Shopware, the Shopware community as a whole. And we think that that's of a, whether they know it or not, that's of a benefit to Shopware itself as well in generating great software products. So what have we been doing? We've run a range of events, both online and offline events. We've done quite a lot of webinar, what we call coffee and learn webinar events. We've run over the last couple of years a thing called the Community Voice Project, which is all about finding out what the community really thinks, or giving the community a forum to talk about what they really think about things that Shopware are doing, presenting that to Shopware, and then making sure that they respond properly, and presenting that response back to the community. So providing the forum for the community to communicate effectively with Shopware. As most of you, I hope, will know, we run quite a few of these community breakfasts, and we also run a few developer brunches. We run them with German and with English language facilities. I apologize that my German is so pathetic that I can't do this in German for you, because I recognize that the vast majority of you are German speakers. Later on, if we need it, there will be a facility to have a breakout room in German, so that all the ideas we want to discuss around the Shopware community directory can be done in German. We are here to, as I've said, to promote any community and Shopware events, to make sure that they are distributed to the community at large. And Herbie, who works full-time for Shopware United, produces a monthly community digest of sort of interesting articles and thought leadership pieces around the Shopware community. If you've got something you want to put into that community digest, then please send it through if it's something that's of interest to the community at large. We also run a lot of offline in-person events. We run Hello Shopware events in most of the major Shopware markets. So we've held them in Germany, in the Netherlands, in Poland. We've had one in UK. We've had some in the one in the US. We've also recently had one in Belgium as well. So that if you want to get involved or host a Hello Shopware type event to sort of half day to day event, then please get in touch, because we're always looking for people who can make these events happen. We also host a number of in-person meetups, and thirdly, we also do pre-events at a range of trade shows, including most recently at the Webwinkelfachdagen in Utrecht. The events page is up there on the website. There are a couple there. One thing I wanted to highlight that we've been doing last year was the Shopware Solution Specialist project, which many of you in the community helped to originate and to provide lots of questions around. But a number of the Shopware United organizing committee got involved with actually turning those questions and those ideas into a syllabus and into an exam that Shopware has now adopted, and that we help also support for Shopware as well. We think this is to the great benefit of the Shopware community at large. We think that it helps professionalize non-developer project members and e-commerce business staff, and we think that's a really important side to evolving the expertise and the gravitas of the Shopware ecosystem. You can always get hold of us. There's a website at shopwareunited.com which has all the information on contacting us. There is a X feed, Twitter, for those of us who are of any age at all. There's a Facebook, there's a LinkedIn, there's an Instagram feed. There is a newsletter you can register to, and there is a Slack channel if you want to communicate within the Shopware United community. Then there is a Slack channel you can join and post messages across as well. And there's a whole bunch of us. I'm sure most of you will know at least one of these, so please get in touch with them if there's something you want to discuss or something we can help you with. I should say we are always looking for people to get involved. So if you are really keen to get involved in community and help drive this thing forward, then do get in touch with us. We're always wanting to find people who can help us make things happen. Okay, enough chit chat around the non-main event and on to the main event, which is around the community directory. First of all, for those of you who don't know that much about it so far, the community directory is being developed to provide the first open to all directory tool for the Shopware ecosystem. And by this, we mean anyone who offers services or software to the Shopware ecosystem can participate, can include agencies, freelancers, app and extension developers, consultants, and integrated technology platforms. It will be completely free to get an initial listing. There is no requirement to sell any kind of Shopware licenses or anything like that, or be offering anything in the license product. This is for the open source community product as much as anything. I am going to qualify the completely free statement. It is our intention to always have a completely free listing for anyone who participates in the directory, but we do have to raise money to deliver this service. So we will be putting a pay level on, which will have some slightly better facilities at a later date. But initially, this is a completely free tool that we want to ensure really does allow all members of the Shopware United ecosystem, whichever version of Shopware they are utilizing, to present their expertise to the world in via a third-party tool, i.e. not just their website. Any one of you who has not registered their interest, please get your mobile phones out, point it at that QR code, and that will take you to a registering for interest page on our website. I should step you through what the process is. First of all, we want you to register your interest. we are then going to we will perform a very basic validation of your Shopware credentials. Effectively, we're just going to find out make sure that you are a Shopware ecosystem member, that you are doing something, that you're not just, that you're not just someone from anywhere just trying to pick up Shopware business without actually having ever done anything before. We are at present building this application. And so once we are in a position we will send you a login to the application that we have. You then complete a full profile, because we're in the registering your interest. You're only asked some very basic questions, name, contact details, the area of business that you operate in, and have a free text field where you can fill in, show your Shopware credentials. We are aiming to launch this application in April this year. We think we're roughly on track. And once we have, obviously, once you've completed a full profile and we have launched the application, your listing will be added to that directory. We think this is a game changer for Shopware. We really do think that, this is where we can actually start really putting a strong community together. So those of you who haven't already done so, please point your phones at that QR code and register. I don't see any of you doing it, which is really, slightly frustrating, but I'm assuming that's because you've all done it already. So we kind of get to the main part of this now, which is a discussion, because we've had some ideas. We've put a plan in place. We are building a proposition, and what we want to do now is to get your ideas around it, and to use this meeting to talk about it and find out. We are absolutely certain that there's amongst you out there are people with lots of great ideas that we don't know about yet, and we'd love to hear about that. We also want to be able to tell you in a completely informal way what our plans are right now, and see what you think. Because you know what, right now it's not too late to change those plans or to adjust those plans if we find better ways of doing things, better expertise out there. So the sorts of topics we want to talk around are the proposition itself, and in each breakout room there are people who know a bit about what the proposition, what we're doing with this. The proposed phase 1 solution. There's, we're not ashamed to say that the end directory is not going to be using the technology we're putting it. We're putting a very basic solution in place to start with, so that we can get this flywheel moving, so that we can attract sponsorship, deliver value to the community here, be in a situation where we can charge a very modest fee for those who want the slightly more advanced listing, start marketing this, and then we know that we will be able to have the budget to be able to push this forward, as everything it can be. We're going to tell you what sort of technology we're planning at the moment to use. We're going to tell you how we plan to market this. We want your ideas on sponsorship, and anyone who might, you think might be willing to sponsor this. We want your ideas on what is it this tool need to do. We've had some ideas around that, but if there are other ideas that you have, we want to know that. And finally, obviously, in delivering this requires a little bit of mostly front end type, but maybe further down the line, some technical development. We want to know if anyone out there is willing to help us with that as well. So I think we're in a situation now where we want to open the conversation up. Herbie, you're muted, obviously. We're going to set up a German room, right? And an English room. So we're going to set up a German breakout room for those that want to discuss this in German. Herbie will be in there, Do we also have Ed in as well?
Toby is joining as well.
Okay, and we also have Tim as well, so he knows a bit about it as well. So he might go in there. I will be sitting in the English room with Sander Mangle, and we just, as I say, join the room that you're most comfortable in, or pop between the two if you are equally comfortable in both. We want your ideas. I'm going to leave these topics up for a bit, or we want your ideas around this. We want this to be everything it can be for this community. We are really excited about this. We think this is something that can help the community at large deal with perhaps a platform developer that's maybe moving in certain different directions to rest of some of the community. So we think that this can really help with that. And we want to know what you think of the plans we have and what you think we should be, what ideas you have for us to move this further forward. So please, this is all about contributing your ideas, your thoughts. Don't be afraid to ask stupid any questions. There are no silly questions. It is just about us all road testing this idea that we've had and that we're really keen to push forward this year. Are there any questions before we open that German breakout room? Oh, either everyone's forgotten how to unmute themselves, or there are no questions, which means I've done a brilliant.
You're just doing a smashing job, Justin.
That's
Absolutely
what I was looking for.
Fantastic.
I'm always fishing.
If everybody wasn't muted, you would be hearing applauding.
Oh,
but sadly everybody's muted. So we can just go on to the breakout.
Yeah. Herbie, do you want to open that breakout room?
It's already open.
Okay. So you should see, I'm not seeing the breakout.
On the bottom, there, at least on my screen, there's breakout rooms.
You might need to assign people to that, Herbie.
You shouldn't have to.
Oh, no.
I could join it. I did put it on manually.
Yeah. Anyone else seeing breakout rooms?
Nope.
Nope. Have you opened them, Herbie?
I will close them again and reopen. Open all breakouts. It's opened.
Not so much.
Did you open them in coffee house?
Maybe stop recording as well, because then there's no one